Now, Hippocrates didn't just give us the 4 personality types, he also coined the phrase, as the mind suffers, the body cries out. Basically, he was saying that the body becomes more susceptible to disease if you are worried all of the time. You ever heard the old saying, sick and tired, worried, run down, because you are thinking bad thoughts, negative thoughts about what might happen, what could happen, what is happening, how are we going to get out of this mess. If you are thinking these things all day, every day, it's going to have an effect upon you. I'm not saying that what's happening isn't real. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying if we dwell upon it and let that pervade our thoughts, then we're going to suffer the consequences. We have to find some other way of living day to day that helps us to break free of that. Now, I am so surprised watching the news every night how we are told to keep social distancing, wear masks, clean our hands, but nobody seems to be talking about how you can support the body and support the mind in a way that's going to boost your immune system and promote good health. Well, I'm here to tell you today a little bit about how the 4 types can promote good health. And they're universal, they can be used for all of the types. For example, with the dolphin, the element of water, are you drinking enough water? If you're drinking fizzy drinks, tea, coffee, stuff that's not good for you, alcohol in excess, then that's going to deplete the body and leave you open and more vulnerable to disease. So what I suggest is try drinking 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. That keeps the cells of the body hydrated. The mind, of course, is made up of cells as well. That keeps that hydrated. So you've got to be drinking lots of water. That's going to promote good health through supporting your immune system. Now the eagle, the element of air. Now it sounds crazy telling people to remember to breathe, but most people, especially when they're worried and concerned about what's going on, they tend to breathe very shallowly from the top of the lungs. Now, I've talked to a number of people who teach Tai Chi, yoga, and breath work and mindfulness, and they all say deep diaphragmatic breathing, where you deliberately engage all of the lungs, promotes good health through the movement of lymph. Now, if you don't know what the lymphatic system is responsible for in the body, think of it this way. The blood, which is pumped around the body by the heart, delivers nutrients to the cells. Now, every time you've got a nutrient being used up, there's always a waste product, a byproduct. The lymphatic system is responsible for the elimination of waste from the cells. And the only way that it moves around the body is through deep diaphragmatic breathing. So you've got to keep moving, you've got to keep breathing deeply and deliberately. Just a couple of times a day, remember to check in with yourself. Am I breathing shallowly? Am I breathing deeply? Make sure you do it in a well-ventilated place. Get plenty of good oxygen into your system. That's going to help the immune system too. For our fire types, the element of fire, as represented by the kangaroo, well, are we getting enough sunshine? We've got to remember to get outside from time to time and engage in that physical side of life, going for walks, climbing mountains, running upstairs, anything that's going to get us moving and get us excited. If it can be fun, even better. Make sure we're doing something where the whole body is engaged and outside if possible. Obviously, there are people who are not able to get outside and enjoy the weather, given that it's winter right now. But if you can get some sun on your face, remember, you're not going to get sunburned this time of year with the winter sun, but limit it to short spells anyway. Your mood will lift. So you're drinking plenty of water, you're breathing deeply, you're getting some sunshine. Now, the element of earth, the wombat, the most sensible of the type, you still need to follow what's being advised by the so-called medical experts. You know, social distancing, maybe wearing masks if you're going out, washing your hands, taking time to do the right things, the sensible things. But it's also about connecting with the earth, going for walks, pottering around in your garden, planting something. If you can't get out, try a new hobby, I, for example, have been planting some tomatoes and they're growing on a veranda. So they're very easy things to do. It's about remembering that the world is still going on out there. It's easy to forget that life has to go on, and it is going on for so many people. And we've got to look at how we can get into recovery mode very quickly and very easily. So looking after ourselves is the number one thing that I could advise all of the types. And they've all got something to share with one another. All of these things together are going to promote good health and a good, strong immune system.